we can do that's going to make God love us any more. There's nothing we can ever do that's going to make God love us any less. Do you know that in your life? Are you trusting in Christ alone? I want to leave you with a final little analogy that I heard that talks about how we have been redeemed by Christ alone. There's no other one that lays a claim upon our lives. It was a cold winter's day, but the heat from the burning house stopped the onlookers from getting too close. Tongues of fire leapt out of every window and smoke billowed high above the roof. The house was sure to be completely destroyed. With screams for help, they were heard coming from within the house, and with that, a man in a long trench coat separated himself from the crowd and rushed towards the blaze. The crowd gasped as the man dashed up the steps and disappeared into the smoke and flames. After what seemed to be an eternity, the man emerged, his body engulfed in fire. But under his trench coat were two children, one in each arm. The crowd pulled the children away from the burning man, and others hurried to put out the flames that had engulfed him. Barely alive, the man was rushed to hospital. The two children were saved that day with hardly a scratch, but their parents were lost in the fire. Months passed, and the courtroom of that small town was packed. Arguments were being heard by those who sought custody of the two orphan children. You see, no will had been prepared and no immediate relatives remained. One at a time, various people presented reasons why they were best suited for the legal custody of the children. Each person was allowed to present their claim. One man, a prosperous lawyer, argued that he was financially prepared to give them a comfortable life, to give them everything they could possibly need. I can meet their needs. I have a large home and these are my claims. A very well-respected teacher of some 30 years, said that she'll be able to give them a good education. I can teach them everything they need to know, she said. This is my claim. A distant relative, a second cousin, twice removed, argued that by maintaining some family contact was the priority, that a blood relationship, as thin as it was, well, that was his claim. Finally, a man humbly stepped from the back. He was wearing a trench coat. A new trench coat, but much like the one he was wearing months earlier on that cold winter's day. He slipped off his coat and rolled up his sleeves. He unbuttoned his shirt and stretched out his arms to reveal ugly, twisted and scarred flesh, the consequences of the burns that he had received the day that he saved the lives of those two children. These are my claims, he said. These are my claims. These scars are the claim that I make upon these children. Friends, that is Jesus Christ's claim upon your life too. Jesus is saying about you today, Christ and Christ alone can say, these are my claims. These scars are the claim that I have upon your life. My blood shed on the cross of Calvary is the only thing that can ultimately save you. Jesus Christ alone has a claim upon your redemption and upon your life. Christ alone can save. Friends, are you saved? Are you trusting in the blood of Christ alone? Amen?
Amen.